Hello everyone, Cinematographer here, and today I'm going to break down my commercial, mostly interior shots, as you can see right here. And let's start. We start from wide shot and moving same time one take to the close-up. On the wide perspective, you have lines, yeah? Shooting into the corner, same thing, lines. What about lighting here? We have a motivation of the light. Main source is window. We have practical light. And we have some stuff on the wall to make sure we have light, dark, contrast. Also on the bed, we have some shapes as well. On the wide shot, our key light looks more soft on her face and more hard on her body. But in the end of this shot, yeah, we have a close-up, and then we start to showing like a more harsh light on her face to emphasize the hot weather. And request from the director was we need to have hard thing, like a not just a hard light, yeah, we just need to showing the hot weather experience for this girl, and that's why I choose the hard light to her face. But how I recreate this thing? Seems like a simple task, okay? We have a window, we're blasting light through the window, and that's all. But the thing is, it's a second floor, and all of the shoots when you're planning to do on the second floor, it would be maximum more expensive than on the first floor. To be able to put light on the second floor, you need to have first, it's enough space outside to make sure you can put this light on the right distance between your window and your object, yeah, all this stuff, because we need to recreate the sun feeling, yeah, and if you just put the light close as possible to the window, and that would be not super nice effect there, yeah. But in this situation we have like a little bit interesting landscape around the building, and also we just can't put the light more close to the window, and if we put the light far away from the window, which is nice, but we don't have enough output after that, yeah, and we need to have more light, more powerful light, more money is good, but we don't have enough money to play around like that or put the scissor lift and make sure we have M40 ready to go, yeah. We're just using 1200D aperture, and we need to figure out how we can recreate the sun punch with what we have there, yeah. And that's a solution for you if you have similar story there, using mirrors. On the market you can find a bunch of different variety of, for example, light bridge reflectors, Gorax reflectors, or just a basic 4x4 big mirror. But big mirror is also a problem because of the weight. It's just a big thing, and we have a just freaking wind outside, yeah, and for safety, yeah, just thinking about something more smaller. And I bought these acrylic mirrors from the Amazon, yeah, and stuck them together outside on Mombo combo stand with all of these clamps you can see here, yeah, and we just move every single mirror to be able to have this shadow on the background, yeah, to be able to have light on her and also this shape on the bed. We create micro contrast right there, nice punch on her, nice punch on the bed, and we just push our 1200D from the ground with all of this like a maximum intensifier and be able to do it. And how it basically looks, if you have, for example, 1200D here, mirrors here, you have enough distance between them, and then when the light bouncing from the mirror, it creates more distance, and that's really create sunlight realistic as possible in this situation. But if you just put RAV 1200D close to the window, you can have just a enormous light spilling around, yeah, and then you need to fix this, create all of this stuff and etc., and it would be looks like a too much, it would be sourcey, would be spilling around. That's why small mirrors can shine through this situation and make your image more sexy. Also inside the room we have a neg, like on a T stand like that, 8 by solid neg from this side to make sure we have a dark situation, light situation here, yeah. Here we have F22c with grid to add some feel in this room. Sometimes in commercial, client want to have more high-key look or just a little bit brighter, yeah. And with this Amaran F22c, I can make sure I have this level here, and if I need to bring it down or bring it up, I can do it easily on post, and all of this stuff would be safe enough to the client and all of these reviews for them, yeah. And proc here is just the Aputure B7C, and as you can see also the set design creates more interesting lines on the wall, because this basically really white room, completely white room, yeah. And also we do camera movement, yeah, we have wide shot on the start, then on the close-up we finish this thing, and that's how we manage to do it. It's basically 1200D on the ground, mirrors, bunch of them, and we play with them, try to create micro contrast, create all of these lines on the background, on the bed, and also create the key light on her. Basically one light, yeah. Additional field we have Aputure F22c to make sure we have just a safety for requests for more bright scenario, for example, yeah. Also we have a neg around the room, yeah, and that's a nice movement. We shot this scene on the FX6 with easy rig. I just move from wide to close up and create this like an interesting, nice dynamic of movement for this scenario. Let's take a look at this shot. What do we have here? Our basic depth, lines everywhere, lines, foreground we have here, nice chair, just a little bit proc right there, yeah, lines everywhere, and center framing because we want to focus our viewer on these guys, yeah. And main request from the director here is just we want to recreate cold inner ear, yeah, variation of the like a coldness feeling, and be able to do it. It's you have a crazy amount of options to make sure you have the coldest weather in your room. Behind this window we set up a tent, just basically black this window out, because we shouldn't during the day, summer, but we need to recreate cold winter environment inside this room. And obviously what you try to do is just make sure you have some information in the window, but you don't have like a green leaves behind the window, yeah, all of this stuff. That's why we block the window, put the 1200D and 600D there, and put together 8 by full grid right there, and make sure we have this attached like just a little bit far away from the window to make sure we have just a texture of the you know, as you can see here we have some texture of the, for example, Christmas tree or something like that. We can imagine behind the window we have trees, yeah, and all of these trees covered by snow, for example, yeah. We have a bunch of practical lights to make sure we have some warm feeling a little bit, yeah, but we still want to stay in the cold temperature. You can see the main window here is not motivating light for their faces here, yeah. Here we have nice slash of the light coming from the different room. As you can see, create more pattern on the ground also, yeah. And this kind of a little bit tricky situation, because prediction can be okay, another window or it's a kitchen, and from the kitchen some light go through this like a slash, you know, there's a cold sun, white as possible, yeah, go through the window behind him, for example. You can imagine that, but it's also a bit, you know, it's thin ice, I would say, to create more realistic variation of cold weather here, or add some spice. And always I try to add some experimental things and add some spice, and that's why we have here such a like a 30-degree spotlight. I believe this 600D with spotlight mount, and we create this like a slash of light to have some level on her, level on him, shadow. Yeah, also emphasize this thing because we have steam right there, and not much level on her. And keep in mind this wide shot and situation, because when we go through the close-up, I just change things a little bit. Okay, what do you see here? It's a close-up, then wide shot, then close-up, then wide shot, then close-up. Yeah, light is a little bit different. But as you can see, when she's like a start sit down, yeah, you have this slash on her a little bit, but most of the time she's in the dark. But the next shot, we have this nice like a sidekick, yeah, on her, and primarily it's soft light. And even here on the table, soft light too. And why I did this? Most of the time you just try to connect the hard and soft light together to be able to have nice like a light, dark, and all of this juicy scenario. But here I just thinking, okay, this is a cold weather, winter time, yeah, and if I just put the slasher right there on her or even here, and that can be a little bit, maybe even too much attention to this, yeah, from the wide to close-up. And then I decided, okay, I just put the F22c right there, yeah, and we create just a sidekick on her and be able to have same thing. I just clean the frame right there, sorry. And then we have the dark side, light side, dark side, light side, dark side, yeah. And what I can do differently next time is just to add some a little bit small hard splash right there to create like a soft hub, but not too much. Yeah, soft hub is basically you have hard light right there and more soft on her face. Okay, what do you see here? Exactly, depth. I try to find the depth as a DP. My base is create the composition that looks more 3D dimensional than 2D dimensional, yeah? You just try to find the base, because all of the lighting, okay, it's good thing. And if you have enough tools to create really balance and most depth with all of this stuff, that's good. But if you can't, then you have a base at least, yeah. That's why the base is more important than anything else. If you have nice composition, then you can try to help yourself with lighting and emphasize this composition to the next level. Lines, as you can see, line here, here, there, everywhere, yeah. Second thing is motivation light, because my brain should immediately decide, okay, this is real thing or it's a fake, yeah. How my brain can understand this stuff? Easy. If we have a window, just 1 second, I clean this thing. We have a window that's supposed to be good motivation from start. And if we start thinking more depth, okay, maybe we have just not one, we maybe here somewhere we have another one, yeah. And that's basically kitchen, that's a table, okay, window here, light go through the window, create here nice shapes. All of this stuff is just your brain. It's I'm just not thinking about as a DP right now, I'm just thinking about as a viewer, yeah. We have a window, we have a blinds, and obviously I know that if light go through the window, it creates some shapes on the like a wall and etc. Just a basic viewer point, yeah. Yeah, I'm understand, okay, this light can bounce around and might be create some like a key on them. Also shadow side, yeah. Okay, as a viewer, I'm not like thinking about shadows, yeah, too much. It's just more for DP, thinking about shadow, lighting, and etc. But as a main viewer, like a basic person, yeah, I just try to figure out my brain, thinking, oh, okay, that's realistic or not. We have a window, we have some slash here, yeah, okay, some props, nice color, good thing, okay, easy for me, yeah, easy for me. But if we dive into the light scheme for this typical shot, then we figure out, okay, we have 600D with Fresnel right there, we have a 600D from other window, we have a 1200D plus spotlight to make sure we have nice spot thing shape on the wall. Yeah, that's kind of thing. And inside we have a T bar with 8 by solid to make sure we have a shadow side from this perspective, yeah, from front of the camera live. And we have additional, I would say, just in terms of commercial, yeah, if we put additional level inside, just put the some F22c here and create more wraparound or something like that on even on a close-up and etc. That can help us a lot to bring the life to this shot. But in terms of commercial, it looks like that, yeah. And ideally you put some black material on the ceiling to be able to create more contrast. What do you see here? First of all is the window, just a little bit harsh, a little bit, sorry about that. This window motivation for her wraparound. In reality, yeah, if you have this window in such a position, you can have more sidekick, yeah? Like here would be more shadow, yeah? And here would be more level, like light, yeah? But in this scenario, same, commercial, yeah? Face, I want to have wraparound, nice and soft, okay? Let's do that. We put here, for example, we have 600D, here we have 1200D shooting on the wall, 600D shooting and creating this rim light around her, yeah. But the main thing, we just bring more close to her F22c with silk diffusion, I guess so, and grid to make sure we have nice wrap around your face. And that's simple as possible. Also we have a haze, yeah. Some shots has like a too much haze, but also if you play with fog, it's not haze machine, it's like a fog machine, yeah. That's a little bit challenging to play with this because the haze stays much more longer and fog disappears like after a couple minutes, and that's challenging there. And also if you try to expose like your basic point is window and you want to show what's outside, yeah, that's a tricky part. That's when your price start to skyrocket it to the next thing because of the lighting stands and etc. And also if you put the stand outside, you need to have more sandbags to make sure this thing can work. Nice also have combo stands instead of like a C stands, because outside like a maximum safety as you can, that's more combo stands, yeah, not just a C stand. C stands good inside, okay, if you don't have a money for renting out or buy more expensive light stands like a industry standard combo or something like that, then you will use C stands, but I'm not recommended to you using C stands outside. That's all, my friends. If you like this channel, please smash the like button, leave the comment below and subscribe to my channel. And see ya in the next one.